Hey everyone, Chuck here. Real quick video just to correct an error I made in my previous video about the PET power supply. Something I forgot to mention is that the transformer has a center tap, and that center tap is connected to ground. So these points are tied together. So what that means is that as the AC voltage is going back and forth, with respect to ground, it is positive and negative, and then it switches to positive and negative. And if you measure the voltage here with respect to ground, you'll get half of the voltage. 9 and 9 equals 18. And that's important because of the way these diodes are connected. In my last video, I said that this was a half rectifier. That's not entirely true. This really isn't 18 volts AC, it's 9 and 9. So each of these sees 9 volts and they rectify a half wave. So one's going the opposite direction, so it's actually rectifying the full wave. On the later PET power supplies, we've got our AC in and we've got our positive 9 volts and our negative 9 volts coming off the back side of that. On the 12 volt side, this back end is tied to ground. So because of that, this is referenced to ground with the full 16 or 18 volts here. Whereas this one, referencing to ground, you get negative 9 and positive 9. But if you reference across these two, you would get 18 volts. I hope that clarifies things. In the case of this circuit, that center tap is very important. And even on this one, since it is center tapped and it's not, the bridge rectifier is a full bridge, but it's not referencing ground. So when you're checking the voltages, as I mentioned before, you check the AC voltages on the light colored wires. But if you reference one side to ground, you should see exactly half of that. And over here on the brown wires, we're seeing 8 volts with reference to ground. And it makes sense when you're checking the AC voltages to not only just check the AC voltages, but also check with reference to ground and make sure you're getting half, because it's possible that the center tap on the transformer might get disconnected from the chassis ground back there. And if the center tap's disconnected, then you've got no current path on one side and the other, and the rectifiers won't be able to rectify any voltages. Well, that's it for now. More videos on the way. Thanks for watching.